You reach for the light switch before your hand even thinks about it. The room goes black for half a second. Your heart rate spikes. Nothing happened. Nothing is there. But the real answer is far stranger. That jolt of fear is not a glitch. It is a survival program written by people who lived and died before light switches existed. Your earliest ancestors lived in open landscapes, exposed to predators and to each other. During the day, sight was their early warning system. A lion in the grass, a snake on the path. Light revealed danger before it got close. At night, that system collapsed. Eyes that scanned the horizon could now see almost nothing. Ears became dominant. Every snap of a twig carried weight because it might be the only warning a person got. The brain did not stop generating threat alerts just because the eyes went dark. It ramped them up. In darkness, the amygdala, the small structure deep in your brain that triggers fear, got more sensitive. A shifting branch became a possible predator. A distant howl, a threat closing in. This was not paranoia. One ancestor hears a strange noise, assumes nothing, and goes back to sleep. Another hears it, feels fear, and stays alert. Most nights, both are fine, but occasionally the noise was something. Over thousands of years, the nervous ones survived more often, and passed that nervousness on. You are descended from the ones who got scared in the dark. That is the part most people never realize. Your fear of the dark is not a flaw, it's an inheritance, protecting you before you were even born. But here's where it gets stranger. It's not darkness itself that frightens you. Darkness is just an absence of light. What frightens you is the loss of information. Your brain doesn't fear the dark, it fears not knowing what is in it. This is why a familiar dark room feels less scary than an unfamiliar one. Your bedroom at night is dark, but your brain already has a map of it. A hotel room on the first night has no map yet. Same darkness, more alert senses, because an unmapped space at night is exactly what your ancestors needed to take seriously. This explains why haunted houses feel scary even when you know nothing real will hurt you. The space is dark, unfamiliar, unpredictable. Your ancient threat system cannot tell that apart from an unmapped cave 30,000 years ago. It also explains why children fear the dark more than adults. They have fewer memories of the dark was fine last time. As those memories build, the fear gets quieter, easier to override, though it rarely disappears completely. Darkness also removes social information. You cannot see the faces of people near you, cannot tell who is approaching or why. For early humans in tight-knit groups, that mattered almost as much as losing sight of predators. It may be why being alone in the dark feels worse than being in the dark with someone you trust. During a power outage, people instinctively call out, "You still there?" That is ancient, the same impulse that once kept small groups bonded through long nights. Notice also when fear is strongest. It is rarely an hour into sitting in darkness. It is right at the transition, the moment the light disappears, when uncertainty peaks. A few minutes later, your eyes adjust, your senses recalibrate, and the fear often settles, not because the room got safer, but because your brain finished updating with whatever it could gather. Now here's the modern mirror. You do not sleep in caves anymore. You have locks, lights you can summon with your voice, a phone that can call for help in seconds. By almost any measure, you are safer at night than your ancestors ever were. And yet the fear has not gone away. You still feel it when the power goes out walking to your car in an empty lot or in a dark hallway at home, one you've walked 1,000 times. That feeling is not a malfunction. It is your ancient brain doing exactly what it has always done, in a world that no longer needs it as urgently. And this is where it becomes a mirror for something bigger. The discomfort is rarely about darkness itself. It is about uncertainty, about missing information in a moment that feels like it matters. That is true at night. But it is also true waiting for test results, sitting with an unanswered message, standing at the edge of a decision where you cannot see the outcome. Your brain treats all of these the way it treats a dark room. Less information, more alertness, more unease. So the next time fear spikes when the lights go out, you are not irrational. You are feeling the echo of every ancestor who lay awake listening to the night, deciding whether a sound meant nothing or meant everything. You reach for the light switch before your hand even thinks about it, and in that half second of darkness, you are not alone. You are carrying tens of thousands of survivors with you, all whispering the same quiet message. Pay attention, just in case.